So hey there guys, so today's video is going to be another look using the Beetlejuice The Waiting Room palette by Melt Cosmetics. Today I really want to do like a cool tone gray look with this palette because I haven't been able to play with the grays yet in this palette, so I'm really excited to use them. So we're just going to go ahead and jump right into it. I do have work in about an hour. I shouldn't have to rush through this video because I set aside a good 40 minutes to film, so hopefully we'll be done at 2 and then I won't have to rush around to get to work. Okay, so I went ahead and primed my eyes off camera. I used my ABH primer as usual, and then I just went in with my Dewdrop lip oil, and then I set my eyes with my Marc Jacobs powder, the usual. So now we're going to go into the palettes. So I already took it back out of the box. And now we're going to do a cool tone look with this, as I'm holding like a million brushes in my hand. So let me take this insert out of here. So the reason why I was smelling it in the first impressions video that I did with this palette is that it kind of had a bit of a strong smell to it. I really don't know why, honestly. And I asked Mary Moods and Makeup, which is here on YouTube. I talk to her quite often, and she received her palette yesterday, and she said she didn't notice any weird smell coming off of the palette. And Allie is supposed to be doing the collab with me for the first impressions, which will be up before this video, on this palette, and I don't think she's even filmed with it yet or even opened it. I'm not really sure if she's opened it yet or not, and I'm not sure how hers is either, but I don't notice the smell while I'm actually using it. I only notice the smell when I open it. So let's just get started. So for the crease shade, I'm going to go into, honestly, these look, I'm not sure which one is darker, to be honest. Let's just swatch them real quick. Okay, that's kind of weird that this one is before this one. I guess they kind of went this way with these colors because this one seems to be lighter. So we're going to go in with Shrunken Head first. I'm gonna wipe off those swatches. Still have a little bit on my hand. All right, and I'm gonna go in with the Glam Light brushes that I used in my Glam Light video because I really enjoyed these. And I'm going to put this in my crease as my starting shade. Okay, I am getting that smell again, but I'm only smelling it in the palette, like I said. So just, if you guys have picked up this palette, can you please let me know if you guys get that same, like, strong smell off of it? It kind of smells not, it doesn't smell the greatest, honestly, but it might just be from the ingredients that are in the palette. I don't think this is an old palette, even though it does have an old smell to it, so I'm not really sure why. All right, so I'm just going to work that in my crease first. I'm just going to now work this in my crease. Sorry, started talking, not really making a point. Sometimes I do that. Okay, so we're just going to work this back and forth. That is a very pigmented shade, so it's a little bit harder to get a little bit more even. So let's just bring it a bit higher. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, that's really pretty. Okay, and then I'm just going to take it a bit higher here, just so we can get it more blended out. Okay, so I think I like how that looks. So now we're going to go into the darker gray, which is that Tombstone color, which is this one right here. They actually are different when you swatch them. This one is a much deeper gray than the first one. So I know a lot of people were saying that they look too similar, but I do think that they are different enough. I'm just going to go ahead and put that in my defining area. And that definitely gives me more definition with that shade. So then I'm going to put that on the side too. And these are really easy to blend because, again, they're super pigmented, so you really don't need too much at all. Yeah, I like that. Okay. I'm just going to take a tiny bit more. I wasn't sure if I was working today because we're supposed to have snow, but it's not supposed to start snowing until like 5 o'clock now. So I am going into work, but I'm only working for a couple of hours, so whatever. Okay, and then for the outer corners, I am going to go back into the black shade again like I did in the first look, but this is a really, really, really pretty black. And again, I want it to be very gray toned and cool toned, so I want to use the black again. And I'm just going to put that on my outer corners. I just want to take a little bit more. And this is just such an easy black to lay down. It's like, honestly, pretty effortless to work with. And you don't normally get that with many black shades, but this one seems to be very, very easy to work with. Despite Melt's eyeshadows being so pigmented, I actually think this black is a pretty damn easy one to work with, so. And that one is called Charman. Sorry if I didn't say the name. Okay, so that is pretty much it for the crease. And then I'm just going to take that white shade underneath my brow bone, which is called Sandworm, and it's the shade right here. And I'm going to take that to brighten up my brow bone. It's such a pretty shade. I'm actually really enjoying this one underneath my brows. It really brightens up the brow bone. I'm going to do the same over here. I am pretty tired today. I couldn't fall asleep right away last night. I think I only got like, I don't know, like 4 or 5 hours of sleep, but I'm pretty tired today. The night before I slept way better, so I have been cutting out sweets and eating anything past like 6 o'clock now the past 2 days. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, so. Okay, so that's that. So now I'm just going to apply my glitter glue, and then we'll go in with the lid shade. Now we're going to go into the lid shade, and I'm going to take the shade Juno, which is this cool toned silver, and I'm going to use that on my lid. Hopefully it's pigmented enough. I did actually, oh yeah, that's pretty. Because it doesn't swatch the most pigmented, but I actually saw someone use this in a look, and they said it was pretty pigmented, so yeah, that's really pretty. Ooh. So this is like the 3rd time I've used this palette. Now I have pretty much used all of the shades except for Sod Girl is the last shade I have to use. Because I've been alternating between this palette, and then I just got the Glam Light Pie palette yesterday, which I wasn't going to use that yesterday. I was going to use this one, but then I really wanted to use it yesterday because it just looks so pretty. So I decided to use this one today. And then Sod Girl is the only other shade I have to test out. So hopefully I'll be able to do that probably by Friday, and then I will have tested out all the shades in this palette. So that's some progress since I've overwhelmed myself with eyeshadow palettes this month. But again, I was gifted a couple, so. Okay, and then I'm just going to take that Tombstone shade again and just kind of work it a little bit into the crease, just so we can get rid of some of that transfer from the silver. Yeah, that looks pretty good. And then I'm just going to take a little bit of the black again, just a touch, and just kind of wipe away a little bit of that glitter here. And I think we're good. I don't think I really want to take the crease shade again because I don't want it to get muddy, because if I take too much of these shades, they're very saturated colors, so it might get a bit muddy. So I think we're good for now. So then I'm going to do my base, and then we'll come back and do the rest of my face. Okay, so I went ahead and did my primer and foundation and concealed my face. So I'm just going to go ahead and conceal my under eyes. I used my ColourPop No Filter foundation, excuse me, and then I'm using my ColourPop No Filter concealer. I think that this concealer is getting a bit old. I might have to declutter it after this. I mean, I was so close to using it up, but I could notice that it smells a little bit. I mean, nothing too concerning in order for me to not use it, but like, I could tell it smells a little bit. And I already have a backup of this shade anyway, so it doesn't really matter if I use it up or not. It's just been taking me so long to get to using it up because my go-to concealers are usually the Fenty, the Urban Decay Stay Naked, and the Milani and L'Oreal, that I haven't really used this concealer as much anymore. And since I have another one, and this is like a $6 concealer, it's not the end of the universe if I don't use up one. I've already used up one of these anyway in the shade Fair 8, and this is Fair 2, and I have a backup in this shade. So okay, and then I'm just going to set my under eyes with my e.l.f. powder as per usual. Oh, I put on a shit ton on my brush. Whoopsie. I have such a stomach ache though right now. Me and my boyfriend had Burger King last night, and I feel like that didn't really agree with me, so yeah, we need to stop having so much fast food. But I didn't really want to pay for anything more expensive, and unfortunately that kind of food is the cheapest. But sometimes you can spend like a good, I'm just using my Flower Beauty powder. Sometimes you can spend a good freaking like $30 at freaking McDonald's, $25. Burger King is by far the cheapest. Okay, I'm just gonna spray a little bit with my ColourPop No Filter. Well, not my No Filter, my Pretty Fresh spray. I always forget the name. Where is my phone? I'm just checking my phone. Okay, so now let's do mascara. I'm just gonna do eyeliner first. I'm gonna go in with my Maybelline Skinny Liner in black because I do want a bit of black today. Since we did more of a cool tone look, I'm not sure what I'm going to use on my inner corners. I mean, I have my ColourPop shadows in front of me. I might use another Pat McGrath shade. But I've been using those shades quite a bit on my inner corners, and there's no like really cool tone like silvery shade in there. It's more so like goldish kind of shades or like tannish champagne kind of colors. All right, so let me just prime my lid, prime my lashes, not my lids, not my eyes, my lashes, Caitlin. Jesus. Okay. Sorry, I'm tired. And then I'm just gonna go in with my Milk Makeup Kush mascara. So my collab with Ali, Darissa, and that smells a bit weird already. Might have to declutter this too, because that doesn't smell that great. And I've only had this for less than 3 months. And I don't find that it's performing that well either. So I might have to get rid of this. I mean, it was just a sample, and I have owned the full size, but now I have other full size mascaras. But I just wanted to see if this one would still work today. I mean, it's not even 3 months. It's like 3 months oldish, but I didn't think it was gonna go bad that quickly. So, but it's fine. It does the job. I'm just surprised that it smells already. Anyway. And then I'm going to go in with my Maybelline Lash Discovery on my lower lashes. So my collab went up with Ali, Darissa, and Kaylee. And I watch Darissa and Ali pretty regularly. They're like the two smaller YouTubers that I keep up with the most consistently. I watch almost every single video that they come out with. With Kaylee, I am slacking. I did try and watch a couple of her videos yesterday. I, of course, watched her whole birthstone video. And she was just so sweet, because sometimes I just forget to keep up with videos because I will open them and leave them open to watch later, and then I forget. I probably should start using that save to watch later option a lot more on YouTube, so I don't forget to either finish a video that I started, or because if I'm like halfway into a video and I have to go to work, like sometimes when I come home, if I don't have time, I might not finish it sometimes. And I know watch time is really important for smaller YouTubers, especially, that I really try to finish the video. So I really need to get better about that, because that would be the only reason why I wouldn't finish a video. Or, and then this is usually with a bigger YouTuber. I'm also almost done with this, the ColourPop Dewdrop. All right, let me just grab my inner corner highlight. Just give me a second. And then for the inner corners, I'm going to go in with one of my Makeup Geek foiled shadows. And I don't know why it froze. That drives me insane. So I am going to use the silver shade right here. I forget what it's called. I think it's called High Wire, but I might be wrong. But it's one of her older foiled shadows. I'm not even sure like if she still has those available, because I know that she rebranded. So I'm not sure like what old shadows are available or not. I'm sorry about that. So I'm just going to take that and put that. These used to be like my go-to inner corner shades. Oh my god, it's so pretty. I'm just going to take that. God, I feel like that mascara got all in my inner corners, but it's okay. Just can cover it over with this. And you can definitely build these up. They still work pretty good. I can definitely tell that these are getting older. Because it used to be where I could just pick it up and it would like literally just apply. But now I feel like it's a bit harder to get it more pigmented. There's a lot of fallout underneath my eyes from those silvery shadows. Okay. So I think we're good with that. I'm just going to blend out the crease again one more time. I don't think I'm going to use any product though. I'm just going to try and blend it out with no product. Yeah, that's better. Okay, and then for the bronzer, I'm going to use my Thrive Cosmetics bronzer in the shade Rhea. So what I was saying about Kaylee before is that she just said like the sweetest things about me, and I just wanted to say thank you. She thinks that I'm really calm, like that's one of my personality traits, and I'm like, it's really flattering that you say that, because like of course, like that is so sweet for her to say that, but like, you know, usually like you don't know what goes on behind the scenes in somebody's life before they get on camera. But I am glad that I am a calming person for her to watch. And she thinks that that's one of my traits, because sometimes that is definitely not one of my personality traits. I have actually been getting more anxiety as I get older. I mean, I've never been diagnosed with anxiety, but I definitely feel like I do have more anxiety as I get older. But I told her that the reason why I'm calm is because filming does make me calm, and that's why I seem to come off more calm on camera. Okay, and now I'm going to use NARS's Madly. But sometimes I get really frustrated because sometimes I can't, like, you know, form my words properly. That's just what comes with ADD, and it is frustrating. So sometimes, you know, I'll get a little bit annoyed when I'm talking on camera, but again, I guess she thinks I probably calm down faster. I'm not really sure, but it is very flattering. But sometimes I have a ton of anxiety before I film. Sometimes I get anxiety filming a certain video. Sometimes I get anxiety for having enough time to film the video, so, but it is very flattering that she thinks that, so thank you. Okay, so now for my highlight, I'm going to go in with the same highlight I used in the first impressions of this video. Of this palette, and this is the Melt Stargazer highlighter. This is only the second time I'm using it, so I really wanted to go in with it again today. And I'm just going to clean my brush off because I did actually film yesterday as well. I'm just going to take that and take a decent amount, and then I'm going to highlight my cheekbones. Again, this has more of a stiffer formula, but when you apply it on the face, it's really pretty. I'm probably going to spray it a bit, but it's a really pretty highlight with this color. With this eye look. It's like a really light, like champagne-y color, and it's really pretty. I'm so happy that see, that's what I'm talking about. I'm so happy that Melt had these on sale over Sephora. It made me spend more money, but there was no way I was paying $40 to try out their highlighters. I'm like, $25 seems to be more of a reasonable price, so I'm glad that they were on sale. And then I'm just going to spray and intensify it a little. That definitely helped a lot. See how it makes it shine more? Yeah, that's really pretty. Yes. Okie dokie. And then I'm just going to spray again, if I don't drop everything, because there is so much shit in front of me right now. Like, can we not talk about that? Because that gives me anxiety. So now I'm just going to spray again. And I'm just going to do my brows, and then we'll do the lips. So now we're going to go in with the lippy. So for the lip shade, for the lip liner, I'm going to be using ColourPop's Lippy Pencil in Beeper. Okay, and then for the lipstick, I don't know how old this lipstick is or if it's still good, but I really want to use it today. So I'm going to use the Colored Rain Lip Paint in the shade Marshmallow. Let's see. It doesn't smell bad. Alright, so we're going to apply that. Yes, so pretty. It doesn't smell bad at all. Okay, so that's still good. I actually think the formula on this one is way better than the Mars shade that I have. Like, this one's way smoother, and the Mars shade is a little bit drier. I don't know why. I feel like with liquid lipstick shades, it's so hard to keep each color consistent because some shades, have different kind of ingredients in them to make them last longer and kind of makes them drier. So I had the same problems with ABH and ColourPop, so, and Lime Crime. And Lime Crime are still my favorite liquid lipstick formula. Gimme Glows are pretty amazing, and so are Burberry's and NARS's. But when it comes to the ones that I've tried the most of, it would be ColourPop and Lime Crime. Because I used to collect the Velveteens. Now I've pretty much cut my collection in half since I've decluttered half of them. Because I just got too old. Okay, I'm hungry now, of course. I did have breakfast, but I didn't really have time to have lunch. Alright, I'm just gonna finish it off camera. Okay, you guys, so this is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed more of this like cool tone look from me. I kind of really enjoy these looks sometimes. So here are the eyes, the cheeks, and the lips. I love this lip shade, and I love this lip shade with this eye, and it's really pretty. So I really have been enjoying this Beetlejuice palette. Super pigmented shades, have had absolutely no issues with blending or anything like that. So I do recommend this palette. I think it's beautiful. So yeah, I love you guys. Please like and subscribe. Please help me get to 500 subscribers so I can do a giveaway. I really would love to give back to you guys, especially this year. So if you guys help me out, I would love to give back to at least one person, or maybe I'll give away to 2 people. We'll see. So I love you guys. Bye.